After the ending of the first episode of Secret Invasion literally blew up, did the episode promises have action? Yes it did. But that wasn't the main draw. The episode was tense, and much of that tension was in the dialogue, and also in actions that weren't bombastic stunts or combat scenes. G'day, I'm RJ. Welcome to the Nerdy Dad channel. Let's talk about the second episode of Secret Invasion, Promises. All of Secret Invasion is directed by Ali Selim. And of course, I am discussing the episode, so there will be spoilers. Impressive dialogue number 1. Mendelsohn's Talos and Jackson's Fury on the train. Wonderful. Although, I must say, I did get a chuckle out of this line that immediately preceded it.
Чернокожий американец. В поезде Москва-Варшава. Здесь больше шансов встретить инопланетянина.
Impressive dialogue number 2. Kingsley Ben-Adir's Gravik with the Council. Apart from Ben-Adir's performance, something I found interesting here is that all of the Skrull leaders were human leaders too, including the British Prime Minister. Now, given that the British PM is a Skrull and one of Gravik's biggest supporters, how does that work with Agent Falsworth? Olivia Colman's Sonya Falsworth, who in a show with both Fury and Talos is quickly becoming one of my favourite characters, works for MI6. So this has the potential to get real interesting. No longer in chronological order, but since I'm talking about Agent Falsworth, how brutal, and yet somehow how witty and in a weird way charming was that torture scene. Look, I'm surprised to see that in an MCU show, but if you're going to do it, that's definitely how you do it. The battle between the Russian agents and the Skrulls was a tight little action scene too. I loved it. Sticking with the Skrulls, what is Emilia Clarke's Dyer's deal? Did her dad shock her into independent action last week? Was she already playing the long game for her dad, Fury, or some other third party we're not aware of yet? I just don't know. And speaking of Gaia's dad, is there any credence to the Talos is the Skrull puppet master theory? I don't think so, but in my opinion, this week's episode threw some fuel on that fire. I can't go any further without mentioning Don Cheadle's James Rhodes, War Machine, both in the EU emergency meeting and with Fury in the restaurant. Like Mendelsohn, Jackson, Ben-Adir, and Coleman, this man is on fire, and he was given some good lines to work with too. Now, I know it was obvious in the trailers, but I also want to briefly mention that this episode shows us that Super Skrulls are on the way. Also, Fury's wife is a Skrull. Now, my wife and I had a little bit of a disagreement about this one. She doesn't show a true form with Fury present, so she thinks it's possible that his real wife has been replaced. But I don't think it's possible that Fury doesn't know, because Fury's Fury. But anything's possible in this show. And with that, if you liked the video, please give it a like. You can subscribe to the channel up here. This is the Nerdy Dad, signing out.